Hi everyone, my name is Ayushree Singh and I'm a student from the British College, and this is my final project of turtle graphics for the OOP module. Today I'll walk you through all the requirements while showing you the code and the program in action. So let's start with requirement number 1, lbugraphics.jar properly added to project. So this is my project folder, and if you can see in the reference libraries inside, there's LBU graphics jar file present and it has been added properly. So this is done. Next up, project contains main class Java sets built up extending LBU graphics, or you have moved on the turtle graphics and you have added an object of this main class of Java. Show this in your project. So my class turtle graphics, it extends LBU graphics as per the requirement, as well as the object of the turtle graphics has been created in the main class right here. This is done. Now correctly call the LBU graphics about method and the turtle animation is displayed. So this is the about method. It is the parents class's about method. So whenever we run the code, it automatically calls the parent class's about method, which shows the turtle animation of OOP. This is it. And now this is done. Now our next requirement is yeah. Main class Java has a main method which creates an object of turtle graphics.java. So yes, our main class has a main method, and inside of main method the object of turtle graphics class has been created. This is done. Now, the about method is called when the user types about into the text field or clicks the OK button, showing your code and show the turtle animation in response to typing about. So, in the turtle graphics, I'll show you the code first. So right here it uses the concept of case and break. So whenever the user types about, it calls the parent class's method about. I'll show you. So let's just clear the canvas first and let's type about. So it calls the same parent class's method as earlier, which is the turtle animation of OOP. Yes, so this is it. This is done. Now let's move on to requirement 2, command support. Pen down command working, showing your code. So first, let's see the code first. So this is the code for pen down. It again uses the concept of case and break. So whenever the user types pen down or even PD, it sets the pen state to true, which displays message as pen lowered, and in the command history, it displays message as pen lowered. Let me show you in the code. Let's clear the canvas first. Let's clear the canvas first. Yes, so let's clear the canvas first and let's say pen down. So you can see that the pen lowered message has been here and here in the command history. So this is done. Pen down. Now move command work, show your code and then show the turtle moving in response to user typing move. If you can also put a parameter, take this, you can. So it's not necessary to put the parameter, but still I'm gonna do it. So first let's see the code of move. So this is the code of move. It again uses the concept of case and break. So whenever the user types move or even forward, the turtle moves in the forward direction by the by the asked pixels. Suppose if I say move 100, so the turtle moves forward by 100 pixels. Yes, this is done. Next is move command works with the parameter and can be moved the turtle by the amount type. Showing your code, then show turtle. I just did it and I even passed the parameter 100. So the turtle moved forward by 100 pixels. So this is done. And now comes reverse command works. Direction as reverse. Okay. So now let me show you the code of reverse first. So this is the code for reverse. Suppose if the user types reverse or even backward, the turtle moves backward in the initial position before this command. So suppose if I say reverse and then I say 100, it goes back by 100 pixels before how it was before the command. So this is what the requirement is asking. So reverse command works with parameter and can be moved the turtle by the amount type. Show in your code and then show turtle moving type in reverse 100. Turtle now, yeah. So I already did this, so it's already done. You can see here that the turtle has moved backward by 100 pixels. It's already done. So now left command. Left command works. Take and move. So we can even pass the parameter stuff. First let me show you the code for left. So this is the code for left. Suppose like whenever a user types left, the turtle turns into left direction. So by default it turns into left direction, making a 90-degree angle. But if you want, you can pass your own like sign angle too. So let me pass left 90. So you can see that the turtle has moved 90, like in the left direction, by making a 90-degree angle. So this is done. Now left command works with a parameter and can be rotate the turtle by the amount type. Show in your code and show the turtle moving by typing left 90. So we have already moved the turtle by 90 degrees, and now the requirement is asking us to move this forward by 100 pixels. So move forward by 100 pixels. So it moved forward. So this is done. Now comes the right command. So for the right, it's same as left. If the we also use the case and break in this. So if the user types right, the turtle turns right. The turtle turns in the right direction, and by default, it makes an angle of 90 degrees. Turn right by 90 degrees. Yes. So I'm gonna pass the parameter to right 90. So you can see that the turtle has turned 90 degrees right. So this is done. And now right command works with a parameter and can be rotate the turtle by amount typed. Show in your code, then show turtle moving turn right and then move forward. So now I've already turned the turtle in by 90 degrees. So now only the requirement is asking us to move it forward by 100 pixels. So let's move it forward by 100 pixels. So this is also done. This is also done. Now pen up command working. Type pen up and so pen up command working. So let's see the code first. So this is the code for pen up command. It uses case and break concept one more time. If the user types pen up or even pu, it sets the pen state to false, and the message is displayed as pen lifted, and in the command history the message is displayed as pen lifted true. Let's give pen up. So you can see it's saying pen lifted, and then it's saying to move it right by right 90. So let's write right and then 90. The turtle has moved to right direction, and then move 100. So turtle moves forward by 100 pixels. Move 100. So yes, and if all is working with parameters, you should see an end shape with the turtle on the bottom left and pointing left. So the turtle is on the bottom left and it is turning left, and it has also made this N sign. So like the next question is, at least 4 color commands such as red command working in pen down and red. Let me show you the code for pen down. So this is the code for pen down. If the user and like types pen down or PD, it sets the pen state to true and displays message as pen lowered and append to command history as pen lowered to pen down. So it's saying pen lowered over in the command history too. So pen is lowered right now. And the requirement is asking us to give 4 colors. Now I'll show you the code to set up the color. So this is the code for setting up the color. So if, and it also uses case and break concept. So whenever the user types pen color and selects the color from the given code, sets the color to their designated colors, and the method has been called. This is the method that has been used in the previous case. So among these colors, you can choose any of the color you like, and you can give the command pen color. So let me show it to you. The requirement has asked us to set the color red. Even though it's already red, I'm still gonna do it. Pen color red, and it has asked us to move forward by 100 pixels. Move 100. So again, I'm gonna set the color pen color to, I'm gonna set it to green now. Forward 100. So now pen color again, I'm gonna set the pen color to blue, forward 100. And now again, I'm gonna set another color, pen color to yellow. So now let's move it by 100. So this is done. Now clear command working. Showing your code and showing it clearing the display. The turtle should be on the far left of a clear display. So first I'll show you the code for clear. This is the code for clear command. Whenever the user types clear, it simply clears the canvas like this. So you can see that the message has popped up like canvas cleared, and in the command history it's the same. So the canvas is cleared. So it's even saying the turtle should be on the far left of a clear display, and yes, the turtle is on the far left of the display. So another one is reset command working. Type right, then move 100 so a line is drawn, then type reset. The turtle should return to the center and point down, shown in your code. This is the code for reset. Suppose if the user types reset, then the turtle is set back to the initial position where it first started. So let's make it move right. And it's gonna be shown, so I'm gonna do one more right. So move 100. Okay, so let's move it by 100, and the line is drawn, as you can see. Now let's type reset and see what it does. So you can see, as mentioned earlier, the turtle is set back to the initial position where it all started. So let's move on to requirement 3, which is validating commands. So the first requirement is report invalid commands, type X. Okay, first I'll show you the code. So this is the code for invalid command. If the user enters anything except for these cases, then it displays a message saying invalid command, and it appends to command history saying error invalid command. If I write XXXX, then it's saying invalid command as mentioned earlier, and in the command history too it's saying the same thing. So this is done. And now detects valid command with missing parameter, type move with no parameter, and it should report. Okay. So let's see the code first. This is the code for the missing parameter. The rights, or let's say types, move, but the parameter is missing. It displays a message saying missing parameter, as well as in the command history it displays a message saying error missing parameter. So suppose if I write move and I pass no parameter, then it's showing missing parameter right here, and in the command history too. We have done this. So moving on to the next requirement, detects non-numeric parameters. Let me show you the code first. This is the code for the non-numeric parameter. Suppose if the user writes or types anything except integers, then it's gonna show display message as enter a valid numeric parameter, and in the command history it's gonna show the display as error. If I write as per the requirement, if I write move and then this, then you can see it says enter a valid numeric parameter, and in the command history as well, invalid parameter. This is what the code asked us to do. Question asked us to do. Now we have bounds parameters. For example, you could show that you can't move the turtle off screen, or show you can pass negative numbers or excessively large numbers. Show in your code and show your program reporting this to users. Okay. For the boundaries, this is the code that we use. I'm sorry, from here to here. Yeah. So if the user types anything that's greater than 1000 pixels or is equal to 1000 pixels, then it automatically generates a message saying it cannot move turtle off screen, and in the command history it displays a message saying error movement would take turtle off screen. To calculate that, it uses a special formula which is here, and we use x to calculate the horizontal distance, whereas we use y to calculate the vertical distance. You can see that if the movement distance is reasonable, if it is greater than or equals to 1000, it displays the same message that we discussed earlier. So let's say move, and if I say 1000, then it says cannot move turtle off screen. Movement would take turtle off screen. So yes, so this is done. Now let's move on to requirement number 4, which is saving and loading. Now, save command works to save an image. Draw something and save it. Open up the image in Paint, showing your code. So first, I would like to show the code first. This is the code which saves the image as an PNG file, and when the image is saved, it displays a message saying drawing saved as and the designated file name, and in the command history it says saved image to with the designated file name. Pen down. Let's make a triangle first. Triangle with size of 90. So yes, so we just created a triangle. Now we're going to save it as image, and we're going to save it in desktop in the Java folder. So yeah, so we're going to name it triangle.png for now. Triangle.png. Save. Okay, so we have saved our image. Now the requirement, it has asked us to open this image in a paint package. So yes, so you can see that it opens in paint package. This is done. Load command works. Clear the screen and then open up your image on the turtle display. Open up the image on the turtle display. Okay, so let's clear this screen now, and it has asked us to load the saved image, which was right here, desktop, and then Java, and then triangle.png. So you can see that it has loaded the triangle.png image that we made earlier, and then clear the open up here, show in your code. Okay, now it has asked us to show in our code. So to load the image file, the code is this one. So it simply loads the image file as a PNG file to our Turtle Graphics display, and it displays a message as drawing loaded from the designated file name, and it appends to command history and displays message as loaded image from the designated file name. So we've loaded it. Where is it? Okay, so this is it. Now let's clear the screen. Now let's see the other requirement. Draw something and save it, clear the screen, and then open up your image. Okay, we already did this. Now saves all now now saves all commands previously typed as a text file. Show in your code, draw something and save commands. Show the commands in a text editor. So first of all, let's draw something. So let's draw a square. Now let's sorry let's draw a square now. Square with the size 90 again. So our square has been created. Now let's save the commands as text files in the same folder of desktop, which is Java. So we are gonna do it in Java, I'm sorry, and square.txt and save. Okay, so we have saved our txt files, and it has asked us to show the code first. So this is the code to save our commands as the txt file, and it displays a message saying that command history is saved as the designated file name, txt file name, as well as in command history it displays the message as saved command history to the designated file name. The requirement has asked us that the command should be displayed either in a text field or on the console. So, oh, I'm sorry. Show the commands in a text editor. Okay, so let's go to this one. We are already in the folder. So if you click on it, it opens in a text editor. Our txt file, all the commands are in the text editor. So this is done. This is done. Now, next is loads a text file of commands and executes them. Use the commands saved in the previous section. Show in your code, draw something and save the commands. Clear the image. Run the same commands to show the image is recreated from the commands. The command should be displayed either in a text field or the console. So, let's clear the image first. Now I'm gonna draw a circle. Sorry. So I'm gonna draw a circle with again 90-degree radius. So yes. Now let's again save the command. Save command as txt. Let's write it circle.txt, and let's save it in desktop, Java, save circle.txt file. Now it has told us to load a text file. So let's file, load commands from text, and we're going to load it from the desktop of the Java folder and circle.txt, open. So you can see that in command, so right here it has said so it has already loaded commands from circle.txt as mentioned here, and in the console you can see that all the commands have been loaded. And let's see, show the code. Okay, so it has also asked to show the code. So to load the commands we use this code. Yes. So to load the saved commands, we use this code, which helps, which so to load the so it simply loads our saved commands as txt files in our turtle graphics program, and whenever it loads the command, it displays message as command loaded from the designated file name, and in the command history it says loaded commands from and the designated file names. So this is also done. Now a warning is displayed somewhere in the console or dialog box if the current image is not saved and display is not affected until the user answers. Show in your code, draw something, and then try to clear to show the warning. Okay. So first of all, let's run the code. So let's clear. So now I'm gonna draw a square one more time. SQ square. Let's part 90. So it drew a square. Now what we're gonna do is display warning. Okay. So now whenever we type clear, this dialog box appears. So until and unless I don't answer these two, I'm not able to literally access anything. So our requirement is completed, but let me show you the code first. So so right here, if you can see, so if the image is not saved, the dialog box appears saying warning, and it gives us yes no options. So until you don't click any yes no options, you're not allowed to literally click in on anything or access anything. So our this requirement is done. And another one is a warning is displayed using a GUI dialog box if the current image is not saved and the display is not affected until the user answers. Show in your code, draw something, and then, yes, that's the same thing. So again, this is the same code used. So if so let's draw something else to make it more clear. So let's draw a triangle with 90. Okay, so I drew a triangle. So if I type clear, so until and unless I don't answer, it's either a yes or no, it's not letting me to access any of the options. And if I were to show you the code, so you can see if the image is not saved, then the warning dialog box appears giving us an option to choose yes or no. So this is it, no. So our requirement here is done. Let's just clear. No. Okay. Now moving on to requirement 5, we have inheritance. Override the about method so it still does the same dance but appends a message that contains your name. Show in your code, show the new about method. So we already know that our initial about method is this one, which is being called um, when the user types about, and it is a method that's present in parents class. Parents class. So now we have overridden this about method right here. So whenever we type name, whenever the user type name, it displays my name because it has overridden this about method. To be more specific, you can even see this code right here. It is overridden the previous about code method. Let me show you. Suppose you can see if I type about, it's showing the same OOP turtle animations. But despite of having the same about method, if I write name, it displays my name. So like this, we have overridden the about method. So this requirement is done. Our next requirement is implemented a square length command. Turtle should wander around the edge of the square and return to its original position. Show it working, show it in your code how you did this. So first of all, let's run the code. Let's clear the canvas first. Yes, okay. Now let's put the turtle into the initial position by using reset. Now we pass square with the size of 90. Let's do pen lower first, pen down. I'm gonna set the color to white this time, white, and square with the size 90. So you drew a square with a size of 90, and as you notice that it is back to its initial position. So if I were to show you the code, so this is the case where we call the square method. So our method is draw square. So if a user types square and gives a size, or let's say passes the parameter, which means the size of the square, the method named as draw square is called. And this is the method which is being called in the previous case named as square. Yes, so this is the method. So this is done. Now we have a pen red green blue command that takes three parameters, one for red, one for green, and one for blue, to make an RGB color. They should subject to full error checking, but it is enough to report only that the parameters are invalid. Showing your code, show the new pen command working, create three different colors. Okay. So let's go back to this. So let's clear the canvas first. So let's set the pen color. Now we don't write the names, but we give values. So I'm gonna make red around 100, and I'm gonna make it 0 and 0. So I'm gonna make sure that it's penned down. Oh, sorry, it's already. So let's move 70. So you can see it made a different color. Now we're gonna do the same thing, set pen color to, now we change the green, so we keep the rates 0, and green I'm gonna put it around 200, and blue 0. Now let's make it turn left and move 60, so you can see it made a lighter green. So let's again move it to left. Let's pass the color again, which is pen color to, now we have to change the blue. So let's 0 0, and now let's keep the blue around 150. So let's move forward with 60. Oh, sorry. So let's move 60. Yes. Let's make it turn left. Blue. Now let's make it move forward. So I'm gonna add white now. So let's set the pen color to 255, 255, and 255, which is white, I guess. So let's forward to 60. So you can see, let's pen up and let's move forward more 60. So you can see that we made 4 different colors out of the values. And if I were to show you the code, then this is the code that we use. Wait a minute. First we use the case, which is pen color. So we use the case pen color, and in this case one method for RGB is being called. So that method is right here, which is set pen color. So you just have to basically pass the values of red, green, and blue, and you can make different colors out of it. So this is it. So we've done this. And now comes a pen width command that alters the pen width for all further drawing operations shown in your code. So now, first of all, I'd like to show the code. Pen width command. So yeah. So whenever the user types pen width, it changes the size of the pen width to whatever integer, but it must be an integer. If you don't pass it an integer, it's gonna throw an error. So it must be an integer. And so now moving on to the next requirement, it's saying pen width command that alters the pen width for all further drawings. So first let me show you the code. So this is the code for pen width. Make sure, like, whenever the user types pen width, it sets the width of the pen to the designated integer. So if you don't pass the integer, or like if the number is not integer, then it's gonna throw an error. So let's clear the canvas first, and let's set pen width to, I'm gonna make it 10. I think that would be it. So pen width set to 10. Yes, both in command history as well as the message display. So this is it. So we did this. And now a triangle size command that draws an equilateral triangle show in your code. Show the new triangle command working. You don't have to additional max. Okay, so first let me show you the code for triangle. This is actually the code for equilateral triangle. Suppose like equilateral triangle are the triangles which have like three equal sides, right? So we just have to pass the size of the triangle. So whenever the user types triangle and passes the size, it draws an equilateral triangle, and it calls the method, which is this one. So the method is created as equilateral triangle, and we just have to pass the size, and that's it. So suppose if I write triangle and I pass 90, or let's say 85, so it's gonna draw, you can see that the pen width has been set, the previous pen width set to 10, and it drew an equilateral triangle having the sides 85. So this is done. So this is our last requirement for this form of the form. So this is the last requirement of the form, and as you can see, now let me show you the code. So this is the code, and it also uses the catch and break concept. So whenever the user types triangle and passes three parameters, it automatically calls the draw triangle method, which is present right here. And the method contains of formulas, which is this one, which is this one, to actually calculate the sides of the angles. And remember that if you don't pass an integer as a side, or let's say if you pass a non-integer as a side, then it's going to throw error. I'm going to show it to you here. So I've already cleared the canvas from the previous drawing. So let's say pen down, and let's see, triangle. So we are going to write here 50, 50, and then 20. So you can see that it drew a very let me do pen up. So you can see that it did not draw a triangle at all. And things that are not specified requirement or marking scheme, anything else to add. Three of the sides were not equal, so it's definitely not going to make a triangle. The things that are not specified requirement on the marking, anything else to add. And so like one thing that I have added is, so if I type Olympics, Then it's gonna make like the Olympics logo. It creates an Olympics logo. So yeah, this is it, and I've added several buttons so I can literally clear the canvas from here, and I can even reset the turtle's position from here. And also I've added a command help button, that too it shows in dialog box. I hope you enjoyed the demo. Thank you. So this is also done.